What's going on, guys? This is the DeFi Crypto Alliance show where we are doing our best to be the bridge between our fellow real estate investors, entrepreneurs alike, and the cryptocurrency world where crypto is the biggest opportunity and it's not even close. So, welcome along on the journey. We're pumped to have you guys. Corey, take it away.
Absolutely. Corey Geary here today, and I'm in the fucking baddest ass mood today. This is such a blessed day to be on this journey with you guys where we're going to use cryptocurrency as that wealth creation tool, change the trajectory of our family lives, break that curse where you work a 9 to 5 and your generations beyond you work that 9 to 5, and we can create legacy wealth and preserve that wealth through some real estate, some business acquisitions, maybe some oil and gas, whatever we see fit at the time, but it's going to be a fun ride no matter what. And I'm just super stoked, man. I love what I see, what's going on in the market. I love to see the price chart, how we're creating nice foundation in this second bottoming where it's just a lower high, right? Or higher low, whatever you call it. But it's just a good structure, great structure. And can one of you guys in the chat, and if you're watching, I want to know who you are. Who the hell is pumping Mintra like this? Which one of you guys is going parabolic on the Mintra ecosystem? I'm driving home yesterday from doing my little crypto meetup here in Puerto Rico, and I see the freaking Mintra chart do like a 15x in an hour. Someone pumped in $350,000 into that low liquidity coin. Can you imagine that? That is insane. 350 racks they put in. Look at that candle. I could have sold. I'm like, I don't want to think about it. Because by the time I got home, it was only worth a double. Well, it's worth 50% of my SAC price. By the time I got home, and but we're performing structure again. Watch, go on the 4-hour name.
All right,
let me switch. It's the 4-hour, and this is very interesting. There seems to be somebody, because green only comes from buyers. Where were these buyers before? Or is it the same guy? I don't know. I know I could go and do a little research and find out who this is or what's going on here. But this is very interesting to me. Mintra got a lot of FUD for one, providing no liquidity when they launched, which I agree with is bullshit. You need to provide liquidity. See, look at that, dude. Someone's buying it up. I don't know who and what, but someone's buying it back up. And they got FUD because of their smart contract. You lose kind of like the control of your NFT or something to that nature, or you lose the control of your dividends while it's being hosted on their server while they're trying to sell it, something like that. I can't remember the exact details, but I think Gerardo, if you guys can correct me or confirm, has fixed the problem of that issue where that you don't have to relinquish control of the NFT while trying to sell. So I'm not sure. And so who knows? Maybe there's something behind that. I'm still a holder. Another really cool thing that happened is like I'm providing liquidity with my entire bag inside PHUX. I'm making 811% APY right now.
Let's go.
All the people trading back and forth, you're pumping my bags indirectly. So like, keep it up. My Mintra bag and my Pulse bag is growing from this. And yeah, it's kind of cool, man. It's super exciting.
Very cool. Very cool. It's fun. And it's interesting. Like you kind of had to take your turn, right? There's been, we saw kind of not the same type of move, but a really strong move on Fame about a month ago. We're going to see it on a lot of this stuff. And so you got to pack your bags and wait your turn.
Yeah, it pumped and dumped Super Snake, but it has not dumped back down to the previous levels. And in fact, it's getting popped back up. Right. So obviously we know when you have a God candle like that, I don't care what you're in, it's someone you're going to dump, right? If I was in front of my computer, I would have dumped.
Right.
I mean, there's no, I would have gone into Pulse. I want to keep growing my Pulse bag. But as we're a level up now, we look like we're kind of forming a structure. Now, will we keep it? I don't know. Who knows? This is not financial advice. Go buy bonds, right? That's what Sami always says. Go buy some bonds and good luck over there. But yeah, it's just cool to see, whether it's Gerardo doing it in the background, I don't know, or if it's somebody who's just pissed off, some whale, like, no, like this is not going to happen, and he decided to do it. Who knows? But it's cool to see.
Yep, it's very cool to see. There's life in the ecosystem. It's coming. We're seeing the signs. It's coming. It's going to be wild 2024. I really think so.
I am in my heart. I fully believe we're in the right place at the right time. It's going to be absolutely astronomical. And a lot of you guys, I know some of you guys have lost hope, and that's what this is intended to do. The when you bottom like this and there's all this fear and there's all this capitulation, that's what it's supposed to do, is make you lose hope. And that's when you buy.
Yep. Agreed.
Guys, come on and rap with us. I put the StreamYard in the chat. We don't have a lot of time today, so come on. Let's talk crypto. Let's talk real estate. Let's talk mindset. Let's talk life. We love talking about making money. Let's get in here, guys. Come and rap with us today.
I wanted to find... I thought Sami had a really good post the other day where he was showing, I think it was yesterday or the day before, where he was showing the crypto bubbles, and it was showing almost all of the market up and the stuff in the Pulse Chain ecosystem down.
Yeah.
I thought it was such a good post where, you buy the fear. You don't buy the stuff that's up. You buy the stuff that's still at the best prices, the best discount. Yeah, maybe I'm not. He posts so much, it's wild. It's hard to find stuff again. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it. But I thought it was a killer point. Like, you don't go to the store and buy the stuff that's gone a little bit less on a discount. You buy the stuff that's still on the best discount. You know what I mean? And so our turn will come. And we're hanging out, waiting and being patient. Now, here's something I like. I like your insights on, Corey, and you guys in the comments too. I like to talk more about this. So I'm so tired of this whole, like, you go into the chat. Oh, let Norbert in. What's up, Norbert?
Hey,
you look cold.
You look like you're in Utah with me.
87 degrees in Puerto Rico with like 80% humidity, man. It's like I got the AC on.
good for you, but you deserve it, man. You deserve it. I just spoke to my friend that we've been doing trading for a while, and he's like, oh, I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it. I said, of course you're gonna make it one day, but you don't see that. And he was like, oh, if someone tells me before that it takes 2 years and so much suffering to reach a level which I am kind of on, I mean him, he said he wouldn't do it. And I'm like, you don't see the suffering part for all these other people who made it in life. You only see the end result, when they are rolling or when they are enjoying, but then in the background before there was so much, worrying, and Corey was saying before that lawsuits you were facing, and or people who move into your property and then they don't want to pay or whatever. There's always challenges. We don't see those parts, but yeah, nice one.
Yep. What were you saying?
In fact, to your point, Norbert, it's interesting going to, so Corey and I go to conferences all over the nation, and most of the guys that are up there and the ladies that are speaking on stage that have these big accomplishments, I feel like most of them have gone through a bankruptcy or two in order to be able to go and do what they're doing. Like, if you want to play big, there's risks involved. You take big swings. Sometimes you strike out, and then you find a way to be better at your next at bat. And so that everybody sees people up on stages doing nice things, going on cool trips, and they don't see the pain that it took to be able to learn to get there. So great point.
And all the efforts which require to get there.
Right.
And then everything, all these changes requires pain, like pain and suffering. If it's no pain and suffering, there's no changes in life. Otherwise, it's just like a lukewarm water kind of. Sorry, guys, I'm gonna jump in a car and then you're gonna see me in a sec. But other than if it's not like that, then it's just lukewarm. Like, yeah, it's okay. I get my paycheck again. Maybe I can afford the holiday this year. I mean, I'm sure I can afford the holiday this year. I can change a couple of things. Maybe I can upgrade the car, and that's it. Like, you're very limited. Very, very limited.
Right, you nailed it.
Oh,
Uh,
and then
yeah,
now it's
Norbert, you
suffering
can.
time on boost chain. PLSX, everything is down, and
Uh, well, give me your guys' take, and you guys in the comments too on this. If you wouldn't mind, if you're not talking, just mute yourself and then unmute yourself when you come back in, just so we don't have background noise. Thanks, Norbert. So I just like I'm really surprised going into a lot of these Telegram groups, some of these really large projects where like I go in there occasionally and I'll propose ideas of how I think that we could build community or we could pump price charts, we could do some cool things. And almost every effing time, I feel like the feedback is, well, no expectations, bro. And they're like, it's everyone's job to market. It's everyone's job to talk about this. But I'm like, well, but you got the cash. This is your baby that you built. Like maybe you put some of that to work. They're like, oh, but no expectations. And I'm like, MFer, you said all of our job is to market, but you're essentially saying like, well, we're not going to do shit about our stuff, or at least that's what it feels like, right? And I think that there's a huge difference now. Maybe I'm a baby, and if I am, just tell me that, and I'll take the feedback in stride. But man, like there's such a big freaking difference. Save that bullshit for the IRS and the attorneys where you're touting no expectations. We get the talk track. We understand its purpose. All you have to do in a lot of these groups is just say, like, when someone proposes an idea, you just say, like, noted. We understand where you're coming from. Oh, I get the idea. You don't have to agree to it. You don't have to set any expectations you're going to do it. Nobody's asking anyone to say we're going to take all the SAC money and pump this to the moon. Nobody's saying that. But no mother effer wants to help build community when every time there's an idea proposed, it's like, well, no expectations, bro. Come on, like for real. I don't get it. I really don't understand where the disconnect is between community building and like deving.
Weren't you up late last night?
People, the community part is lacking in a lot of respects.
Weren't you up late last night fighting with these people in the chat?
And I don't, I don't like to fight, right? I'm not going in to like brawl with anybody. I'm fine with being wrong. I just want to have like an open discussion about, hey, how can we go make this thing better together? And most people don't even want to have it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm like, I looked at my wife last night as I'm on my phone, and I'm like, sometimes I feel like I'm just like shouting into the void here. It's frustrating.
Yes, I agree. Wow, RH is the one that kind of like.
So Richard took feedback to build Hex. He took feedback to build Pulse. He took feedback to build PulseX. And if you're an effing billionaire, then go do your own thing. Like, by all means, if you're a billionaire that's as smart as Richard, you're playing a different game. No one in the community is Richard. You are not playing the same game as Richard. I hate to break it to all you guys. You play a different game because you're not Richard. So play it well. Play it right. It's just like so annoying. I don't know. I'm being a bitch this morning.
No, I love it. I love it, dude. It's needed. It's well needed, and you have a very valid argument.
Yeah.
Very valid argument.
Now I feel a warm and fuzzy that you justified my.
They rely on. Okay, I'm just going to use the same verbiage Richard used on to every response, and they're relying on the market being the bull run is coming to lift them into Valhalla, right? And that's all. That is like the expectations there. So it's part of the issue we've had. I mean, how many sacrifices are completely obliterated? You know what I mean?
Pretty well all of them.
Because they're just there was nothing really ever done. So yeah.
Now, credit where credit is due. The PH guys are building machines. They built some really cool stuff. Price charts have held up really pretty freaking strong.
PH guys, Piteous chart is up and it's still moving up now. It's I own Piteous anymore, but it's doing well now. And
Tetra guys, I feel like the Tetra guys have been the best at giving updates, providing information,
Yeah.
being useful to the community.
And
Those guys over there are building
feedback.
community.
You could get on a Telegram with Stu or even the Twitter and have a direct conversation with him and get and have a nice, intelligent conversation about how we move forward in that ecosystem. He's very open to ideas.
Right.
He's not going to shut you out and say, no expectations, bro.
Right.
That's what that is.
Right. It's so stupid. Oh man, it's that's my soapbox for today.
Yeah.
Only weak people using excuses. That's what I learned in life.
Yeah, it's cop out,
It's
right?
like,
it's just a cop out.
It's easy to. But going to your point, both of you are making extremely good points. Because if you think about those projects like the Fame guys, Buck and Dylan, and the Tetra guys, Stu, and then the other guy, I forgot his name, the gentleman, you see that all those guys are mature, intelligent, and hardworking people. And I'm sorry to say that the other projects, which were like, oh yeah, we want to do this, and let's, if you want to sacrifice. It was not well thought out. First of all, it was not well executed. Second of all, because lack of preparation. Lack of preparation leads you to failure. Every single niche, what those guys were saying that they want to do, it was really good idea. Come on, NFC was flying before, and then there's so many use case for that, but it somehow is just not doing anything, because it's not executed well. The same with the 9-inch guys. I was having expectation because you telling me that you want to do something. Of course, I'm gonna have expectation. It's like you say your wife, "Oh, next year we're gonna go to Rome," and then that's what I promised her that I'm gonna take her to Rome. If I don't take her to Rome, there ain't gonna be any roses. There's gonna be like, I'm sorry, darling. You're not gonna have any muscles tonight. That's for sure.
Had any expectations, Norbert?
No expectations, but then you're not getting no nookie either. You're not gonna get no nookie. You might not get no
exactly.
dinner.
You're not gonna get any. No hanky panky, but it's because you said something, and if you want to do something, support you. But last time on the Crypto Mastermind, on one of the occasions, I wanted to say that the reason why push chain and all these things are not flying, in my opinion, and I'm just, like I said last time, you all know me, just a simple ordinary guy. The reason why we're not flying, because we don't have that sort of connection within us to say, oh, hey guys, by the way, come to the Crypto Mastermind, reach out to people like you and Corey, and say, oh, hey buddy, I'm just about to do this, would you mind helping me out? I can, I can pay for your time. This is what I want to do. What do you think about it? Would you mind helping us as an advisor or whatever, and then you could be some sort of arrangement, agreement. And then, of course, you could invite the people afterwards and say, yeah, I've done my research. I also was a advisor for these guys. They have fantastic ideas. Let's do it, But until these kind of things, no, I know it better. No, you don't know it better, man. Trust me. You haven't seen it from that angle. You haven't had that kind of life experience. So you're not going to succeed because nobody is there yet. As always, the Japanese say, there's always a bigger fish. So they're going to eat the smaller fish. And if you are thinking that, oh, I'm swimming faster than the other fish, guess what? The other fish comes, it swims faster than you, and either take your idea or crash you or whatever, or because your attitude, that's why you're not going to be successful, because you're not open enough. And and this sort of like is either hex and push or nothing else. How do you think that anyone's going to come to this chain if you have that sort of mentality that is either hex or nothing? Hex is the best. No, it might not be the best. Hex is a really good thing, but in order to succeed, you have to have some sort of open discussion with other people. Oh, so that's what you're doing. Okay, that sounds pretty interesting. Why don't we do something in the future together, somehow, a cross chain, cross swap, or whatever, how can I support your group? Tell me something about it, then I try to support your group. You can support my group, because you're like-minded individuals. But if we have this narrow-minded thinking, then we're not gonna fly. That's for sure. Sorry, I'm rambling a bit too much, but it
No,
kind of
no,
built up in
we
me
feel you.
recently. I couldn't let it out, and didn't have a chance. The last time on the crypto mastermind, I was waiting to get in, and then somehow it was delayed. And then the next picture at 3 a.m., I'm lying in my bed. I'm holding the phone on my chest. The headphone is on, light is on, and then I missed the whole thing. It was funny.
You didn't miss a lot in the last call. I'm just gonna tell you. I had to get out, and then I came back in. I'm like, I gotta get back out again.
Yeah, it was a bit too much Titanex. I was like,
it was
okay.
like shilling of one project that he really didn't like, and it was like everyone was shilling it all at once. And then I came back in, and it was all the maxis talking about how we're gonna do a 10,000x. I'm like, oh my god,
Oh, jeez.
there was no in between.
And you see, that's another pure example of having this kind of mentality that I only like this thing, or mainly I like this thing.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's interesting. Super Snake is asking about Titan X. You want to talk about this one we're going for?
Was the one I was just talking about.
I know.
Look, I'll tell you the truth. I invested, okay? But I do not.
Yeah, me too.
I do not. Let me repeat this. I do not like the founder at all. And I do not recommend or shill this project to anybody. I'm invested because I am gambling. I am 100% gambling, and that is it. It does not fit my buy box fundamentals for a good quality project because the founder, I really dislike him in many different ways. I don't hate anybody, but I like Jack Levin more than I like this founder.
Oh, really?
Oh, 100%. 100%.
I would disagree with that. I don't feel that way.
No way.
Yeah, me neither.
They've already done.
I prefer Jake. I prefer Jake.
Jack's guys are all down. They got destroyed.
I don't care. It's the integrity of the founder.
How does Jack have any integrity? He's using everyone for cannon fodder and launching.
He's already been caught red-handed by Silver the Antidote, taking money out of the initial raise. Stealing, basically.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, dude. They've had chain analysis of this shit. He's got admin keys to everything. They're like, you guys are wild if you think that's the next freaking hex. I got news here. But I'm playing the game. Look, I'm playing the game. But I'll never recommend that protocol to my friends and family. I'll never sit here and create a YouTube channel and promote this shit all day to you guys. Hell no. But do I gamble? Yeah, I gamble. Sure, I'll throw some money at it. And I did. Because I know, because I dislike somebody, if I ignore it, it's probably going to do a 50x. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll throw some money at it. And,
you shouldn't miss that opportunity just because of the founder or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, but I am not now, man.
That's fair.
Come on.
I didn't know some of that stuff. That's
to this lovely person who was asking about Titan X. There is plenty of videos, explanation. Cryptographics is probably one of the best guys to explain things.
Cryptographics, get out of here, dude. Get out of here. I don't want to get me on that one. Don't even get me on that shit, dude. I don't even get me on that one. I can't even go in the freaking no.
No, that's fair. That's fair. We don't have to get into it.
I'm gonna bring it down.
Yep.
We're live. We're live, so we gotta
Hey, we're getting into it today. This has been fun.
You got me all worked up, man. I was pumped. I'm still fucking pumped, man.
No, that's why I wanted to avoid these things. That's why I said if you want to learn anything about Titan X, go and watch those guys' videos, and that's it.
Go watch Maximum. Go watch Crypto Kindness. Get out of here.
Yeah, they're three people at least, who can educate you on that project, that topic,
Like a scamming pump and dump MFer.
This has been fun today. Hey, everybody brings their own.
But Corey, seriously, we need something. We need something to counterbalance our losses on the original ecosystem at the moment, because every day I'm open my portfolio. I'm like, do I want to cry or do I want to just go to sleep?
I can mortgage my house and go down to the casino and put on one hand of blackjack, and I might win, man, and I'll have all my money, right? Like I can do it, dude. And there's a probability it could happen. Like there is, like it's the same shit, man. Crypto, man, is amazing in that regard. I love crypto, and even the shittiest of all shittiest projects will pump. It happens. It's just what it does, right? That's why I love this space. The space is amazing, and yeah. So I mean, I'm playing the game. I'm playing the game, bruh. I'm here with you.
I stayed out of that one. I've stayed
So,
out. I have a feeling that I think it'll be very Zen-esque, where the people that made all the money were like the 30, 60, 90 day guys. But I'm tired of giving my money away and losing it. And so I
know. Well, yeah, man,
out.
you just want to put in your core, man, your good quality core foundation assets. And guys, we're not maxis by any stretch of the measure, man, but like, you know, this is what we believe in. This is what we do with our money. And if you don't agree with it, go buy bonds.
Right.
Or go buy stocks and bonds, like whatever. go get a financial advisor.
It's funny. It's funny that you're saying. It's funny that you're saying go and get some bonds. I met a fairly wealthy businessman the other day. We became kind of friends, and he was like, "Oh, you know, I lost so much money on this. What's it called? Mining company stocks." Which was, I think it was mining copper, you know, and like, it's good, man, you know, like it's high demand for electric cars and stuff like that. So you're going to be all right. And he was like, no. It's actually went down a lot, you know, like I lost like 70 or 80% of my investment. I was like, ooh, that's not good. And he was like, you know, I don't know these things, what to do. And you know what? I'm like, yeah, I'm not a financial advisor, you know, but I feel you, you know, like you're on a different level compared to me. I'm the DJ, you know, I'm just risking everything, trying to catch up with you guys, people who got house and cars and, you know, can move to another country without any consequences. I have to go hard in and risk it, you know, to make it. But I said to him, look, you don't want to be that guy who puts into the stock market because you're going to get average 8% a year, yeah? Inflation is 10%. So you're risking your money. You're risking your money to get 2% loss. Like, what's the deal in this one? You know, like, I don't see any point of doing that. You know, if you risk your money, risk it, you know. And I said to him, why don't you buy like a mechanic shop? Buy the mechanic shop. There's a high demand for cars to be fixed. Run it. One day, you feel like what I would do is I would go to the bank once I own the whole thing and it produced me enough revenue, let's say after 3 months or 6 months, to prove that is a reputable, good running business. Go to the bank, and in London we have a high demand for properties, and then just get a business proposal, business loan, put down the company itself with the land as a collateral, thanks to, you know, liquid loans. We learned that in crypto world that you can do that. And
hashtag never selling.
Yeah. And then I have some connections in the construction industry who can do pretty much anything from flooring to name it. You know, like these guys.
I'm gonna flip some houses with you. We'll flip some houses together.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to build connections with people at the moment. You know, and then so I said to him, look, once you get that, you get the money. I got the people. You go back, we build a property for you, let's say a 6 flats unit, get the money out, happy days, you know, you made your money. And it's like not 2% loss a year, you know, if I put in 1 million, you know, like it doesn't make any sense at all. And he was like, oh man, you're so smart. I never thought about these things. I said, no, I'm not that smart, you know, like you are much smarter than me because you have all these things. You have a house, you have a nice business, you have a car. It's just, you know, like you haven't thought about it. That's the only thing, because you don't see it from that angle. And then going back to the previous topic I mentioned earlier, that you always need people around you, people who you resonate with. You can have a good conversation because you never know. Someone just come up with an idea, another guy has connections, and there you go. Things are just rolling.
Yeah, absolutely. Your network is your net worth, is what they say, right? Absolutely. Yeah. Let's this is an interesting one to talk about. Now, once again, we don't give any financial advice here. We have no idea when this may occur. But you know, we'll take some shots at it. What are you? So Richard has talked about, a lot of people have been retweeting this a lot, where when he was launching Hex, he said that you needed 50 weeks to wash out the lettuce hands, or 52 weeks, something like that, like a year, essentially, right? You need a year to be able to wash out the weak hands, roughly speaking. And then he says, once you've done that, like it's pretty easy to be able to go and make the thing move from there. And, like that playbook worked pretty freaking well this last time around with Hex. I don't think that Richard's playbook has probably changed a lot. Now, I could be way wrong. I don't know Richard, and I don't know what he's doing. But gosh, like if you have a playbook that worked before, you probably take a lot of those things that worked and you apply them in your next version of your business or whatever it is that you're doing, right? So that we're 6 months in, probably another there very well could be another 6 months of the washing machine where you're washing out the weekends. I frankly wouldn't be surprised at all if we had another 6 months before like things really started to kick off. Maybe even 8 months. Like I wouldn't be that surprised. But when the move does happen, I think it'll be incredibly strong. And so my thought process is I'm like, I feel like we probably have another few months at really good prices to be able to acquire. And maybe 6 to 8 months we'll be off to the races.
I agree. But Bobby, what do you think is going to happen when we turn to SAC? Man, it's going to freaking dump hard. Like there's going to be a washing machine in that area. We'll get a bus sack and we'll moon. Don't worry about it. We'll get lifted off the ground. But everyone's like, oh, all we got to do is get out the sack and then it's off to the races. No way. There's a lot of money there in that area. I promise you, there's a lot of resistance that is looking to get out, like big money. And so it's good. It opens up opportunity again because maybe they crash it down into like the 407, 406 range. Who knows? It's not going to be overnight rocket, right? And I feel like there's a lot of resistance in that range. And so, yeah, I think we could get back to sack rate, in my opinion, on Q1 of next year. But that doesn't mean anything. You're going to hit the sack price, and that thing's going to come crashing right back down to 407, 406, whatever it may be, because you're going to have a lot of money exiting.
Yeah, I think that's the last washing that you really need.
The last big washing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Agreed. Where's Fast Abdul at? The loan guys were supposed to be buying that up day one and pumping that price, bro. I'm just.
I hope you're right, Fast Abdul. I mean, I want loan to go, bro. Like I do. I do want loan to go.
Yeah, we got some bags.
I got financial interest, man. I mean, like I want it to do its thing. I would love to see it do. I hope it does way more than the liquidity token did, and I hope it does amazing stuff, man, because I'm in that for the long haul. 2 years.
Yep. Absolutely. Well, this has been fun.
It's just
Go ahead, Norbert.
Regarding the loan token, my understanding is that you have to have a significant amount of token first of all, PLS token first of all, and then you need to put it down as collateral. And then ideally you want to have it at least minimum 150%. And the loan itself is $2,000. Yeah. So if you want to do that, then you have to have at least $3,000 worth of PLS token, which is, above many people threshold, let's say, because they're just one crypto of yours. Yeah. And I'm sure an average person has at least 10 different cryptos. So if you want to have so that's why this PLS is not kicking in. And the bigger guys, probably they don't want to, they are thinking, what's going to happen? It's too volatile. It's moving up and down too much. It's not happening. Probably that's why we don't have this adoption thing going on with PLS.
I think it's a fair take. Yeah. Will liquid loans take hold and do something at larger pricing? We'll see. Yeah, it'll be interesting.
It'll be interesting. I'm in for it, man. I do love the protocol itself. I love the fundamentals behind it. I love what it offers the community. I love what it offers to the marketplace. And so I love everything about that, man. God, did you see Dane and Norbert, the freaking douchebag? What's his name? Cleo. He reported liquid loans to the SEC. That freaking dumbass, man.
And I had to mute him. He's just so much toxic.
Oh, dude, he did it again, dude.
He's going to do it to everybody. Like, that's his stick right now.
You know the good thing about that is, I was thinking about that. Like, maybe, supposedly he's the one that reported Richard Hart. I don't know if it's true or not. But if he is, maybe, the SEC will look at him or, a
boy that cried wolf.
And they're like, man, he's reported, 20 different protocols, right? Like, this guy's, just a freaking moron. Like, you don't have credibility anymore, right? And so like maybe that will happen because the way, the boy that cried wolf. We'll see.
That's actually a pretty good take. I like that.
Yeah, he's just reporting everything. If it's not up on day one and he invested in it and it doesn't go to the moon, he fucking reports it to the SEC. It's like, bro, you're the worst kind of human being that's out there.
Oh, the worst. The worst.
Yeah, very, very low vibration, and don't understand the concept of life that in many aspects in life, you only have one thing. You have, like one chance. You have one reputation. You have the one love, the true love of your life. Many, many things are the one only. And I just amazed, even at work, for example, I seeing some of my managers backstabbing each other just to keep their position on a higher level, because they've done something which they shouldn't have done. And then they're trying to blame the other guy. The other guy explains it, and then he's like, no, it wasn't like that. And I'm seeing this, and like, man, you're doing this for like just to make 50K a year. What the fuck is wrong? I'm sorry, what the heck is wrong with you? Like one reputation you have, one, not two or three.
Right.
Anyway.
No.
Mute. Yeah, unfollow. These guys. You remember that guy Furu? He was shitting on Hex. E-Hex. Oh, E-Hex is not good because P-Hex. Man, without Hex, you would be nothing. You would be a guy. You wouldn't even be on YouTube. So.
Right. No, I agree.
Why are you shitting on your own investment?
I agree. I think Red Squirrel's take here is a very legitimate one.
I'd be scared shitless, bro.
There's so much money tied up in these things, and he's openly out there.
There's people who don't. There's people who don't care about life, and they will take your life because they don't care even about their lives. Like they will come after you. Like it's the scary world out there if you're not careful. Like, and I would not be playing that game because I'm trying to be. What do you get? That. I don't know what they call it, but he's trying to get their money, right? The
he gets the payment from the SEC for reporting them. Yeah.
Be careful, man. Woo.
Maybe Fast Abdul's that guy.
I like Fast Abdul,
just kidding, bro.
I like Fast Abdul. Yeah, Fast Abdul might show up at his address. He might.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. I think he's freaking brave.
Also would like to hear your.
Go ahead, Norbert.
I also would like to hear your opinion. You do your part, that's for sure. No one can question you guys. You do a lot by onboarding and helping. But what do you think? How we could make the RH system a successful one, a big hit? And I strongly believe that without unity, we're not gonna achieve that. Otherwise, each of us just like one guy with a small mini megaphone kind of thing. Yeah, I'm here on the corner. Like when you see these nice black ladies on the corner saying, "Oh, the Jesus and the Lord." And if we don't unite and we don't go to the church together and let our voice to be heard, we're just gonna be one lady on the corner saying that, yeah, Jesus was a great guy, and then he tried to save humanity, but didn't work out well for him.
Sure.
Because the people were not united, and then that side was stronger.
I mean, you need green candles to be able to go and like really have strong marketing. And in order to get that, like it's community building, in my opinion, period. End of the day, onboarding new money to be able to get price up that then unites everybody because price is up again. Then everybody wants to go and shill it. They want to talk about it. Then people are interested. I think that's the path. I absolutely think that's the path. And that's why, frankly, I find it pretty frustrating when people think that. I think a lot of the devs think it's opposite. You just go do your deving thing, and then magically price goes up because you built something cool. There's a lot of cool things that price chart sucks. There's a lot of cool things where the price chart sucks. It's the deving stuff is important. Don't get me wrong, but like you guys know, like freaking Pepe did one of the largest runs this bear market. It wasn't because it had cool tech. It was a meme coin.
And a cool frog.
It's because of community and green candles. That's it.
That's it, man. And once we get those green candles and pulse chain, then it's self-fulfilling. That's it. Mm-hmm. We just need it. And back to, I think it was Bobby. I think once we do get above that sacrifice price and we're seeing green candles there, I think that's where it really could take off. It's just we need to get to that resistance first, and then there's going to be a lot of resistance there. But once we get through it and that resistance gets eaten up, then it's it's game over, in my opinion.
Yeah, true. Break, and then retest, and then we can go. Like I do a lot of trading.
There might be
I do a lot of trading recently
in that area, right? There could be a lot. There's just a lot of money in that area, a lot of money.
But if you think about the bigger picture, in order for us to get, because imagine we are like a society, we are like a country. The people who are in any sort of project, Solana, Cardano, or whatever, it's like a community. And if you use that example as a community, that one community can be used as an example like a human body. And in order for that human body to win a race or whatever, all those parts inside, the liquid laws, the Mintra, the 9-inch, the PHUX, all these projects has to perform and work extremely well. Otherwise, the runner is not going to be able to finish that marathon. You know what I mean? So that's what I hope that, many of our and I take my hat off, all these guys, putting all the time and effort, connections, all these long meetings, the discussions, within themselves. Hey, let's come up with this idea. Let's go ahead and do it. Then I know a dev. Okay, that he's gonna do that. Okay, I'm gonna do the marketing. But in order to succeed, more united, more connected. And I strongly encourage this in this show of yours. Thanks to you guys to allow me to do that. I strongly encourage every single token creators in the Pulse chain and Richard Hart ecosystem, reach out, guys. Reach out and then create like a stronger bond with other people. Discuss, and because it was a nice try from Hexibuster to pay that 30 grand for that Mario Nafa guy to be able to
give a thumbs up on that.
I'm about it.
Yeah.
To talk about us, but I mean. You spent 30 grand. It was nice, but there was nothing else. It's just like it wasn't. In my opinion, it was a good try, but giving 30 grand for 6 guys who could have your consultant and advisors and work on a bit more, to build bigger. Probably would have been a better idea because a longer lasting effect, if you know what I mean, because the guy has a big following, don't take me wrong.
What it does, Norbert, is in sales, you need 7 touch points before someone's a buyer in sales. And so meaning if they hear about you on the radio, maybe they hear about you from a friend, maybe they hear about you when they turn on Twitter, maybe they saw one of your ads on Facebook. You need multiple touch points before that person's like, oh, crap, I've seen this before they become a buyer. And that's what that did. So he paid 30 grand to touch, 10, 15, 20,000 people one time. And so it will happen again. They'll get touched again. They'll get maybe it's the documentary touches them again. Then maybe it's like, I don't know, who knows? Maybe one day random Shill's pulse chain one time. Who knows, right? That's another touch point. And then green candles happen. And then they see the bubbles, plus 400%, plus 300%. Another touch point. Like, what the hell is this pulse? I keep hearing about this pulse thing over and over and over again. You know what? I'm going to go buy it. This is what happens.
Exactly.
So it's a touch point. You don't get direct ROI on a lot of this stuff. And me and Dane know this when we're paying for marketing, we're going out and even, speaking at these events. And a lot of times we pay for these events. You don't get a direct ROI on your dollar right out of the gate. You just don't. It takes multiple times of them seeing you going, oh, crap, maybe this guy does have some authority. Maybe he does have some credibility. I keep seeing this guy on stage. I wonder who is. Let me go talk to this guy now. Let me go say hi and see what he's got. If he's got anything intelligent to say, why does he keep telling me to buy crypto? Like, what's this guy really? He used to do real estate? What? Come on. Who is this guy? Is he a joker? And then they want to go find out. And so it's just, yeah, man, keep that in mind. Yeah, maybe there is some other things he could have done with the money that might have been better, or he could have broke. But he has a lot of money too, right? So he's got $10 million. So that's a drop in the bucket. So maybe he still has plans on doing other things. It's unfortunate the protocol had so many problems. That's another story. It's a whole other story. It has nothing to do with the marketing. But that's a drop in the bucket for what he's got. 30 grand. He's like
0.3% of the SAC funds. He spent 0.3% for a business model. you're typically spending 20 to 40% on marketing annually. In marketing.
And marketing.
0.3%.
Okay.
And people wanted to go and bitch about it on Twitter, like save it. You know, like this is so stupid. I'd love to see more people taking shots from a marketing perspective. Like take some shots. Nobody cares about you talking in the echo chamber. We already bought. All of us here freaking bought. Go talk to people that have.
I'm buying again,
That's what you
Dane.
need to do.
I'm going to buy again. Probably today.
Yeah, sure. But we need new money. Like that's what we need to do. These guys think they're doing such a great job talking to the same people that already freaking bought. It's the wrong crowd. We're already bought in. We're already bought in.
Yeah. So Norbert, to your point though, I mean, maybe he is planning on doing some of this other stuff down the road, but for him, it's a drop in the bucket at this point. And it's nice to see that he did it because I mean, at first we saw him buying the Lamborghini. He was trying to do a little bit of the outrage marketing. He was pissing some people off on Twitter. It worked. It got some more eyeballs on him. In my opinion, outrage marketing does work, and you guys are all going to disagree with me on that. But I think it does work. And he tried that, and he pissed a lot of people off, and then he paid the $30,000 to get in front of that stage. What else has he got up his sleeve? Maybe he's keeping $500,000 on the side just for little tricks like this that he can do and get out there and get in front of people. It's massively bullish for Paul's chain. It's massively bullish for his protocol if he gets his protocol shit together. I hope he does. I really like the idea of 9-inch. Don't get me wrong. I like the narrative. But
yeah, me too. Yeah, that's why I sacrificed for it. And
I didn't stack for it. I knew I didn't know shit, but like I figured maybe there'll be a sell off and then maybe I can catch a dip. I haven't bought yet, full disclosure, but I might pick up a small bag of it down here in this 90% off range. And because I think that's a good play at in that range, man. It seems like the 90% off range is like the going price for what's on sale. You hit 90% off.
Did you?
Okay, I'm a buyer.
Did you see that Mintra, after doing 80 or 90%, they did like an 8x overnight?
Yes. I was driving home from my event. It did a 15x. I was like, I couldn't get home quick enough.
Or it's trying to get out.
I was going to sell. I got home and I was 50% down. I was like, all right, now let's keep it. But the cool part is, dude, my Mintra, we talked about this in the beginning of our show. My Mintra, because I have I put it all in liquidity. And I'm making 811% APY right now on my liquidity position, dude, because everyone's swapping back and forth like crazy. And man, I'll take it. I'll take the short-term high yield, and then maybe it does start to go up a little bit, but it better not go up too much because I will be a dumper. I'm going right in the pulse. I'm going right into pulse if that thing climbs. Oh, if I'd have caught it last night, man, that well, Norbert put $350,000 in the Mintra that has no liquidity. Who is this well? Who would
That's
do
impressive.
that? Yeah, man, I don't got balls like that, bro. Like I don't have balls like that. That's wild to me.
Yeah, right. Cool, guys. Well, we got to jump off here. We got some things we got to go run and do. But appreciate you being on here, Norbert. Always appreciate your insights. Appreciate you guys in the comments. Seriously, like we're about it here. We're trying to build the subset of the community that can actually get shit done. And we feel like you guys are those people. We appreciate you tuning in. We appreciate, what you bring to the show. You guys make the show what it is. And we're glad that you're here riding along with us. So with that,
smash the likes and click the bell notification. Short housekeeping. I think we're going to have the man, the myth, the legend on, Mr. Crypto Coffee, on our show next week. So guys, tune in for what day we have him on. I don't know. I was hanging out with him last night. The guy is a gentleman and the scholar. We had a lot of fun. And he's going to come on our show, and we're going to talk hex. That's going to be a good show. So guys won't want to miss that. That'll be next week. Have a beautiful weekend, guys.
Awesome.
Yeah, spend time with family. You guys are all blessed. You get to wake up every single day. Real quick before we get off, our last event, one of the guys on stage is like, if I were to give you $1 million, how happy you'd be? I'd be so happy. Okay, if I would say you were allowed to wake up tomorrow morning, how happy would you be? Well, people are like, I'm okay. What if I gave you $1 million and you're not allowed to wake up tomorrow? Would that matter? How happy you'd be? Oh, no, I would not take that option. No way. Well, and then why are you not just as happy of waking up in the morning as you are getting $1 million? Because you're truly blessed and you're gifted to be here. You're alive. You're breathing. You get to add to this world. And we have a little small window in time here. Let's make the best of it, guys. We love you. We'll see you next week.
Yep. See you guys.